What's up, YouTube? So before we get started, on Undisputed, they're going to be going over Kareem Hunt, the new running back for the Cleveland Browns, and how he's being suspended and how that's going to play out for next year. So let's keep going.
So basically, he's going to be suspended for basically about a year, Skip. He missed the final 5 games last year.
Yeah.
He missed 2 games of the postseason, and he'll miss the first 8 games of the regular season. So that's about 15 games. The season's 16 games long. So this is about a year suspension. I think that's fair. It gives him an opportunity to stay in the counseling, to show that he's remorseful, and it gives the NFL like, okay, we took this serious as soon as we found out. And I know everybody said, well, you should have found out beforehand. You should have never gotten this far. Well, Kareem Hunt should have never done what he done, and then we wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking that 15 games is a little excessive, maybe 1 or 2. But Kareem was never arrested. He was never charged with anything. And at most, it looked like mutual combat between him and the girl. Mutual combat. So maybe 1 to 2 games, because maybe he could have conducted himself a little bit more better. But 15 games seems a little excessive. But, let's keep going.
I think it's fair. I think the NFL is like, okay, 8 games is enough considering that you missed, basically 8 games last year. And I think it's pretty good, Skip, because you have to realize this young man led the league in rushing as a rookie. He was 5th in the time in which he was put on the commissioner's list and then eventually released. He was 5th in the league in rushing then. He's a different type of back. He's a special type of back that can run it and he can catch it.
Really can.
I think Cleveland, for what they gave up, they didn't have to give up anything. And so he's still in his 3rd year. That's nothing for what they paid. They probably giving him, $400,000, $500,000.
So that's definitely still for the Cleveland Browns, because last year, if Kareem Hunt continued to play with the Kansas City Chiefs, they went to the AFC Championship game last year and lost to New England. Had he been playing, that would have added an extra dimension to the Chiefs that they could have maybe beat the New England Patriots. Maybe. So Cleveland definitely got a steal, and for cheap too. So let's keep going.
And that's going to be cut in half. So I think this was a good pickup for him, for them. Now, it's a little risky because he's from the Cleveland area.
Is that good or bad?
And it seems a lot of the situations that he's found himself in that weren't good happened there. So it's good for the Browns.
It is.
I don't know if it's necessarily the best thing for him.
I'm with you. I agree.
Back to John Dorsey's comment on Odell. Skip, I agree, because it didn't cost that much. Skip, let's go back. Just not so. You remember, your team has done this twice. Your team gave up 2 first-rounders for Roy Williams, the guy from the Detroit Lions. They gave up 2 first-rounders for Joey Galloway.
Yep.
Tampa gave up 2 first-rounders for Keyshawn Johnson. Odell Beckham, better than all them guys, Skip. And they got him for a 1st and a 3rd and a player.
I like the player. He's a good player, but go ahead.
This is what I like most about it. You're able to add to Baker Mayfield, who's on a rookie contract.
Yep.
Denzel Ward, rookie contract. Myles Garrett.
Huge.
So what do we see? Who did this, Skip? The Rams. They're like, hold on, we got Jared Goff on a rookie contract. Let's load up. Let's go get Akeem Talib. Let's sign Ndamukong Suh.
Yep.
We can give Aaron Donald this big money. Okay, let's re-sign right now. Let's go ahead and get Todd Gurley tied up. We're bringing some more Brandon Cooks. So we're going for it because we know, man, Jared Goff's going to probably cost us $35-40 million a year. So we might as well load up on it now. And that's what the Browns are doing. As long as they got Baker Mayfield on this rookie contract, they got some of the top players on rookie contracts, you go for it. They're doing it because Skip, you'd have to give a 1st and a 3rd. Where you? They was like, okay, we can stand pat. What's the likelihood of us finding the 17th pick can give us the kind of production that Odell Beckham had? And I think Odell is going to be on his best behavior because he knows now. You got up out of the Giants saying, look, as talented as you are, we just can't stomach you anymore, bro. And I think Odell might be even better. You know why, Skip? Because Baker Mayfield, at this point right now, is better than Eli Manning.
I hope so.
We're not talking about what Eli's accomplished Super Bowls, and he's gone to the Pro Bowl. But he's not better than Baker right now as we.
So I would definitely say that Baker Mayfield is physically, he may be a better than Eli Manning because he's younger. But as far as experience-wise, having that experience as a quarterback and experience of going to the Super Bowl and going to the top and winning, there's something to be said about that, definitely. That's why I think the Giants hold on to Eli Manning for so long, or why teams hold on to quarterback for so long anyways. Because that experience is hard to get, and having a good quality quarterback, those are hard to find. So let's keep going.
Sit here, and Eli hadn't been good. I don't know why you gotta go. I don't know. Maybe Eli got tapes. Maybe he got some Watergate tapes on somebody saying something inappropriate about somebody else. Because that's the only way I can explain Eli Manning still on this roster if you got a plan. But I like this move for the Cleveland Browns, Skip.
Eli Manning still has 2 Super Bowl wins over Tom Brady. That's what he's got. Banking on.
Okay, what do you?
Exactly, Skip. Those two Super Bowl rings account for a heck of a lot. Because not only did he win 2 Super Bowls, but he beat what some people say and consider is the GOAT. Some people consider Tom Brady the GOAT. And Eli Manning beat him 2 times in the Super Bowl? So what does that put Eli Manning in history? If Tom Brady is supposed to be the GOAT, but he gets beat twice by somebody, what does that mean for them? What does that mean for Eli Manning? That means something. He should at least make the Hall of Fame, right? Not there's any much more you can do, but that means something. So let's keep going.
That he got.
Yeah.
So when was the last one he had? So what we gonna do? See, they don't pay them $150 million for those.
Yeah.
So how much longer do they got to pay him?
I don't know. It's a good question.
You like it because he in the Cowboys division, and that's 2 easy wins a year for you.
Thank you.
I was just going to say, I feel like that's not what you bring it. You don't bring it up very often because it helps you.
2 easy wins against the Giants, 2 easy against Carson Wentz.
No,
we're good.
No.
Washington scares me.
Whatever.
Case Keenum scares me. Yeah.
Case Keenum scares you.
Scares me.
You should.
He's a gamer.
He should scare the Washington fans. He in the game? Oh, let me hide my face.
All right, back to Kareem Hunt.
Okay.
I have some mixed emotions that he only got 8 games. You make a very valid point. He actually missed 5 at the end of last year. So you can effectively argue, well, it was. I would not have been surprised or disappointed if he had gotten the whole year off, suspended.
Okay.
But again, he will be back after 8 games.
Okay.
So now let's just do on the football field, because I don't want to retry him in the court of public opinion.
Correct.
On the football field, when he does return, this is a loaded offensive football team. You can argue it's already the best receiving core in the league. And Nick Chubb was exploding by the end of the year.
Yeah.
And Duke Johnson is a talent. I don't know that they will now hang on to Duke Johnson.
Yeah, they might trade him.
They'll have to hang on to him maybe for a while. But again, I don't think you can carry 3 backs of that quality and magnitude.
Okay.
But will Kareem Hunt bring new sizzle to the... Yes, he will.
Yep.
You can do a lot of new things with him. Freddie Kitchens will be very happy as he is game planning. So, back to Odell. Did you read the story that came out yesterday? The woman called 911 because some guy next door was out in the yard screaming.
We got Odell!
Okay.
Yep.
He was screaming about Odell. And, again...
Yeah, they're finally happy to have something going on for the Cleveland Browns. You don't say anything about the Cavaliers, but those Browns have been down for a long time. So, needless to say, people are going to be going crazy when they find out who's signing Odell. Let's keep going.
We did our promotion the other day. The day you were off, we were going to do Skip rides the roller coaster, and we got derailed by the Odell story, so we weren't able to do it on the air. I'm actually going to pay that off on social media after this show today and answer lots of questions, and I thank you for all of your questions.
Okay.
Answer mine, too.
I will. I'm going to save yours for last. It's going to be the last one I do. But the point is, one of the questions asked me, and I'm going to deal with it today, but it asked me, could Odell ever be bigger in Cleveland than LeBron ever was? Well, again, the mere fact that somebody was asking that question shows you the magnitude of just the aura, the mystique of Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
He has, 12 point something?
12.2, 12.3 million IG parlay.
7. It's now exploded. I think he just
grow a
added
bit,
500,000.
I think before anybody in Cleveland wants to talk about who's bigger, LeBron or Odell, Odell better get a ring first. You got to get some rings before you start talking about who's doing what. Because if he doesn't do anything, then you have no basis to say that is he bigger star than LeBron James. So I think you better get some jewelry before you start talking about anything like that. Let's keep going.
$12.7 million on Instagram. What was AB the other day?
3 something.
Okay, so he just it's like a mushroom cloud of aura and presence. He's going on NBA. He's not even in LeBron's ballpark, but still, he's the closest thing in this league to an NBA superstar, right? Mm-hmm. To me, and I like Odell personally, I like him off the field, but too much of him is off the field. Like, he's become more of an entertainer than a performer on the football field. Okay. He's known more for his antics, his misbehavior, all of the off the field and sometimes on the sideline antics, sometimes against Josh Norman during the game and after the whistle. He's more known for that than for his catches. And he made the one catch heard round the world that launched him. Yeah. So, again, I think it's going to help Odell. He'll never even be remotely LeBron. You know, could Baker ever be LeBron? Let's say they won 2 or 3 Super Bowls. Maybe he could get up. Remember, football's bigger than basketball in Cleveland, Ohio.
The thing you skip is that LeBron is like a hometown guy. He the guy.
And you know what? That's true. Touche. End of conversation. No, I don't think even Baker with 3 Super Bowls could be bigger than LeBron. Odell definitely can't. But the question shouldn't be about that. It should be, can Odell just blend? Right. You know, can he not be Odell anymore? Because he's going to be now surrounded by firepower, where he can be a cog in the offense. Not that he's not the best receiver, but he's going to have to be more of a cog.
Well, the thing that concerns me, Skip, is that Freddie Kitchens is going to have to keep guys happy. Odell won his catches. Jarvis won his catches. Callaway says, I ain't taking a back seat. Higgins says, I'm pretty good. And Joe
well, trust me, Baker favors nobody. He favors who gets open.
And then you got Chubb running the ball, and then maybe Kareem Hunt coming back.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Odell might get kind of start to pout if he doesn't get the rock. So I would say start out early, get Odell the rock early, a catch or 2 in the first quarter or first half, and get him going, and then you can progress to everything else. That's just my 2 cents. Let's keep going.
Okay. And then Njoku's going to make...
Yeah, I mean, that's the quarterback. The quarterback has a hard job, Skip, not for the fact he plays a tough position, not that guys are trying to peel his cap, is that he has to keep a lot of miles fed. And the minute it's like the bird, you know, Skip, when the birds can't feed themselves, the mama bird brings worms back. And she can't feed them all at the same time. And so the one that doesn't get the worm right away he's hollering. Or it's hollering. So what you think? Okay, Jarvis gets like 2 or 3, and then Callaway get a few. Oh, they're like, how long, I tell you what, here's a better question, Skip. How long before Odell hit the kick in there, throw the helmet, kick something?
Just because he's Odell. And there's a part of him that thinks I have to do that to grant following, right?
Because
that Odell will probably start acting up once they start getting deep into losing or having a losing streak, and he's not getting the ball. That's probably when he will start to unravel, and you'll start to see some of his antics kick up because he's not happy, because they're not winning, because he's not getting the ball. But if they win and think that they're winning and things are going good, and he still doesn't quite get the ball, I don't think you hear as much from him, which only makes sense. So let's keep going.
They're not going to be as forgiving. Everybody going to say, Odell is... No, bro.
All right. I still say that Odell has a much better shot of succeeding in Cleveland than in New York. You know, again, it's in New Jersey, but with the Giants in the Big Apple.
Okay?
Well, Skip, the expectations are a lot more lower in Cleveland because the Giants have at least won a Super Bowl within the past, 30 years, 40 years? Unlike the Cleveland Browns. Have the Cleveland Browns even won a Super Bowl? I'm going to check that out. So the expectations are a lot more different in New York than they are in Cleveland. So let's keep going.
Well, the thing was his quarterback held him back. When your quarterback can't throw the ball 30 yards.
There's some of that, but the media is smaller, even though it'll gain a lot of national attention. And again, Jarvis Landry is his closest friend in the world. And remember, Adam Henry was his receivers coach at LSU and for a couple of years with the Giants and is now the receivers coach for the Cleveland Browns. Will that help? Sure, it'll help. I just believe Odell will listen to Jarvis. He might listen to a degree to Adam Henry. He knows him, trusts him, okay? And now you're surrounded by talent where you don't have to be the one and only. You know, when he went on the field, he put on better shows in the pregame than during the game half the time, right? You don't need to do that in Cleveland because the whole offense could be the greatest show on grass, right? I mean, this could be it.
They could be special. You got to blend. You got to get it together.
Yeah.
They got to make it to be really good, Skip. They really do.
Again, do I have doubts about the defense? I do. You had doubts about the Raider defense. I have doubts about this defense. I'm just not sure yet.
Right.
Can it measure
Well,
up?
you just make sure your guy hold up here at the end of the deal.
Which guy?
You know your guy. You only got one guy in Cleveland.
I thought you were talking about Dak.
No,
Like, how did you get into
You
this?
make sure your guy holds up here at the end of the deal in Cleveland.
I got lots of guys. I got Brady, I got Dak, I got Kyler, and I got Baker.
I was going to say.
And I'm good. That is.
Oh, you good,
Is
huh?
that not Hall of
Anybody
Fame?
else?
That's a dream
I just
team.
did Hall of Fame dream
Yo, so you
team.
want anybody else?
Huh?
You want any other quarterback you want? You want my homeboy? You want him too to top it off?
Yeah. He lost to Brady twice last year. Come on.
No.
Come on.
The defense.
Wise up, grow up. Come on.
The defense lost to Brady.
Huh?
My homeboy
Oh.
got that trophy.
Yeah.
Go get another one too.
Yeah.